Hi, my name is Samantha. Thank you for coming back to my channel or coming to my channel. I am 34 weeks pregnant today with my daughter. I have a little over 2-year-old son already. I've been having quite a few of the same symptoms. There have been some new symptoms. I just kind of wanted to talk about my symptoms. I also was going to do a belly shot and show some of my stretch marks. I know that sometimes I like to look on YouTube and see, that other moms are having stretch marks, and it makes me feel a little bit more normal and a little bit better. So if I'm looking over, it's because that's where my notes are, because I can't remember anything. So I've been feeling really out of breath, even more, I think, than last week. I'm really dizzy when I go up the stairs. I get really dizzy by the time I'm up there. I have been having to take a lot of breaks when I'm cleaning or cooking, or, my son wants to play. It's just really hard because I'm so out of breath. And I think it's just because, like I said last week, she is way up into my ribs. She's just running out of room. I've also been really hungry, which has kind of been a struggle because I'm still dealing with having a really strict diet because of my digestive issues. If you have any questions, you can look at past videos where I kind of talk about the C. diff and all of that. But I'm on a really strict diet, so there's only certain foods I can have, and I had really been craving ice cream, and I'm just really wanting ice cream. So I finally found an ice cream. Well, it's not really an ice cream, it's a frozen dessert. It's basically the dairy-free Halo Top ice cream that I was able to eat in very small amounts at a time, and that didn't hurt my stomach. So that was really exciting. That was a new thing this last week. I have just been really wanting to eat, even if it's the bland, boring foods that I have to eat, I'm just really wanting to eat a lot of it. So I don't know if that's just my appetite coming back from my stomach healing, or if it's due to the baby growing. I have no idea. Speaking of the baby, I have been feeling her move a lot, and she has really strong movements. Some of them are even painful. She'll kick or punch or something into my pelvis, and that's really painful. She'll kick or punch up into my rib cage, and that's really painful. She'll also kick my bladder, and I've been having to pee a lot already. And then when she kicks it, it's like, oh man, I have to pee. So that's been fun. Along with her getting bigger and having the big movements and getting stronger, I've also been having a lot of pressure down there. I think it's just her causing, a lot of pressure and just being big and just kind of sitting there. I'm still having quite a few contractions. I notice it happens more when I'm dehydrated or if I've overdone it, which I've been into full-on nesting mode, which I'm already supposed to be taking it easy and trying not to have the contractions because of the previa or low-lying placenta. But then I have just been wanting to nest and clean and organize all the things, so I've been having a lot of contractions with that. It helps when I lay down and then drink water and just kind of rest, but if I've overdone it that day, they just kind of keep going until I take a nap or go to sleep or something. As I had just mentioned, I'm still dealing with the low-lying placenta. It has moved from the placenta previa into the low-lying placenta, but it's still only about a centimeter away from my cervix, so it's still going to be a C-section unless anything changes at I think I'm getting an ultrasound at my 37-week appointment, or maybe my 38-week, I can't remember, but it will be fairly soon. I'll be getting an ultrasound, not this next doctor's appointment I have, but then the appointment after. Then they will do the ultrasound, and then I will be confirmed to either try for a vaginal birth or have C-section. So I'm also starting to swell a lot. I was really swollen really early with my son when I was pregnant with him. My blood pressure went up and I was really swollen, but now this time I thought I was getting lucky because I had gone this far without getting swollen and my blood pressure has been low, and now all of a sudden my swelling, I've noticed it's really bad. I can't wear my engagement ring at all. My feet are really sore. They're swollen. Anytime I'm on it for my feet for, longer periods of time, vacuuming, picking up, playing with my son, cooking. Cooking is the worst. Standing at the stove and just kind of cooking a meal has been really painful because my feet, it feels like I'm walking on really painful water balloons. My hands are just very swollen. Everything just feels swollen and painful. So it's been really hard to sleep because I'm bigger and I'm swollen and I'm uncomfortable, and so it's just really hard to sleep. I notice I'm tossing and turning, and I'm just not getting enough rest. So I am going to be excited for when she comes out and I can get a little more sleep. And with my son too, I think I slept better after he was born than when, like, towards the end of my pregnancy, because I just get so uncomfortable. As I'm not sleeping, I notice my patience has been lower. I'm kind of crabby. It's just hard for me to be patient with anyone, which I feel bad for my fiance and my son, but it's just kind of, I think, what happens. I try my best, but towards the end of the day, I get a little crabby. I have been starting to get even more scared for the birth. I think it's just because I know now that I'll probably be getting a C-section, and I know what that entails, that I've just been really nervous and scared for it, especially since I have a higher risk of bleeding and needing blood during the C-section surgery. I'm just very nervous about everything that could go wrong, and last time I didn't feel like I was numbed up enough, and I felt more than just pressure. I felt pain when they were doing the cutting and the pulling and the yanking. I felt pain. I think that had to do with it being an emergency C-section, and it was just kind of, they quick put more epidural or whatever. Like, I already had an epidural in and they just upped it or something, and then quick took them out. So maybe they didn't have enough time to quickly numb me up as much as they would have liked. But hopefully this time, if I have a C-section, I am more numb, because that was miserable. I have been having a really itchy belly no matter how much I lotion it, no matter what lotions I've used or creams or coconut oil or whatever. It's really itchy. I noticed that it almost looks like a rash on my belly sometimes, and I noticed it on my arms too. It's really weird. I have no idea what it's from, but I just know that I'm having this weird rash, and then I think my belly is itchy from it stretching so much. Talking about stretching, I have been having more stretch marks. With my son, I got them mainly, I think I got a couple on my thigh and I got a couple on my stomach. They weren't terrible on my stomach, but with this pregnancy, I've noticed that not only has the stretch marks that faded after I had my son, they've gotten darker, but now I've noticed a lot more of new stretch marks on my belly. So I will show you my belly now, and I will kind of show you the stretch marks from the front, from the side, from the other side. All right, and with the shirt up, front, and you can see all of the stretch marks. Some are from my son, and most of them are new ones from my daughter now. From the side and from the other side. But yep, I don't know if you can really tell. I think you kind of can. Hopefully the camera picks it up. But yep, right there. Brand new stretch marks. So that was my belly. That's my 34-week belly with all of its stretch marks. And I just kind of wanted to show that, just because I know that it's not fun, and hopefully it will help someone else. We are still working on the baby's room. I guess there's really no rush because she's going to be sleeping in our room anyway, and we already have her crib and her mattress and everything ready in there. So that's the main thing. We already have like the car seat and we have all of the essentials. She just doesn't have her own designated room until we finish cleaning out the office. I've started stocking up on frozen foods and working on freezer meals, so that's really exciting. Then I'll be a little more prepared, especially with the C-section. I'll be able to rest and recuperate and not have to worry about breakfast, lunches, and dinners because I'm going to be freezing breakfast, lunches, dinners, and snacks. If anyone has any questions about what I was going to be freezing or any recipes, or they wanted to watch me freeze the meals, just let me know and I can make that happen. Otherwise, I think that's about all. That's been my 34th week of pregnancy. This is my 34-week pregnancy update. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, please subscribe, and then you will know when I do my next video. Alright, thank you. Bye.